Thanks for joining me in Mrs. Lavoie's classroom. Just a reminder, the ABA tips and tricks I share here are for educational use only and are not a replacement for professional behavioral services. Always consult with your own BCBA or healthcare provider for personalized advice. Let's get started. Hello, welcome to Mrs. Lavoie's classroom. In this channel, I will be sharing principles, tips, tricks, all related to ABA, or Applied Behavior Analysis. And it's really important for you to know what ABA is while you're learning. So let's talk about it. ABA is a scientific approach to understanding behavior. At its core, ABA is identifying the relationship between the behavior and its environment to bring about meaningful and positive change. Think about it this way. Have you ever rewarded your child for doing chores? Or maybe you tried to ignore a tantrum? These are everyday examples of applying behavioral principles. ABA takes these principles and uses them systematically to help individuals learn new skills and to reduce challenging behaviors. Now, let's talk about some common strategies used in ABA. And the first one is positive reinforcement. This is a big one. Positive reinforcement means adding anything desirable after a behavior to increase the likelihood that it'll happen again. For example, your child says, please, after asking for a cookie, and you immediately give them a cookie. They're more likely going to say please again in the future because they immediately got what they wanted. The positive was adding the cookie. The behavior was please. So there's your positive reinforcement. We gave the cookie because we said please. Second, prompting and fading. Sometimes individuals need a little bit more help to perform a skill. Prompts can be verbal, gestural, or even physical. So let's talk about how this would look in real life. Say you are teaching your child or a student to tie a shoe. You may take your hands and gently guide their hands to help them tie the knot, make the loop, right? But you're not going to always hand over hand, right? That means putting your hands on top of their hands, help them tie the shoe. You're going to gradually fade or reduce the amount of help you're giving or the prompts so they can eventually do it on their own. 3, task analysis. So this just involves breaking down a complex skill into a smaller, more manageable and understandable steps. So for example, you are teaching a 3-year-old how to wash their hands. For adults, probably not super complicated, but at 3 years old, it's a lot of information. And it's kind of hard to understand just wash your hands. So we're going to break those steps down, right? We're going to turn on the water, wet our hands, get soap, rub them together, put it back under the water, turn off the water, and finally dry our hands. So you're taking this whole task, which can seem overbearing, and it just makes the learning much less overwhelming. 4, a crucial part of ABA is collecting data. So we may be counting how many times a behavior occurs or how long it takes a child or an individual to complete a task. But the importance of the data is it shows us what's working and what needs to be adjusted. It's important for you to know that there are a lot of myths about ABA. And so I want to talk to you about those, and I really want to bust them for you. So let's talk. Myth 1, ABA is only for individuals with autism. While ABA is widely used and highly effective for individuals with autism, its principles can be applied to teach anyone a new skill or to address challenging behavior. From managing your own habits or teaching a new concept in a classroom, ABA is everywhere. Myth number 2. ABA is like dog training and makes people robotic. This is a big misconception. ABA focuses on teaching socially significant behaviors that improves an individual's quality of life. The goal is to promote independence and meaningful communication, not to create robots. Effective ABA uses naturalistic approaches and aims for generalization of the skills across different environments and people. Myth 3, ABA is all about punishment. While some earlier forms of behaviorism did include punishment, modern ABA focuses almost exclusively on positive reinforcement. We want to teach individuals what to do rather than just punishing what they shouldn't do. Although punishment is used rarely, it is used in extreme cases and where safety is a concern. And it's always used with careful ethical consideration and extreme oversight. Myth number 4, ABA is a cure for autism. ABA is not a cure for autism, nor does it aim to be. Autism is a neurodevelopmental difference, and ABA aims to help individuals with autism develop skills that allow them to live fulfilling and independent lives while embracing their unique strengths. Myth 5, ABA is rigid and doesn't consider individual preference. Good ABA is highly individualized. Behavior analysts work closely with an individual's team, whether it's family, in-school therapists, out-of-school therapists, mental health providers, healthcare providers, and we work with them to set goals that are meaningful and important to the individual. The strategies are constantly adapted based on the individual's progress, preferences, and even their feedback. It is a dynamic and person-centered approach. ABA is a powerful tool, and it's used for positive change. And by understanding its principles and dispelling common myths, we can all appreciate its true value.
Thanks for watching. For more ABA insights, make sure to subscribe and follow. See you next time.